Good evening everybody. Today we are going to discuss about the algorithm in C language. What is mean by algorithm? What is mean by flowchart? Today we will discuss. In the last videos I discussed about the introduction of C language and how to write a program, what is the structure of the program, how to compile and execute. Today we'll see two small topics, that is flowcharts and algorithm. Then we'll see a sample program, how to execute and how to run the program, how to get the output with a demonstration with the Turbo C compiler. Right, now first of all, what is mean by algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but it is a sequence of steps to perform an action, that we call it as a algorithm. Now for example, if I want to calculate addition of two numbers, now first what is the step 1? Get two numbers as a and b. Step 2, assign a is equals to 10, b is equals to 20. Step 3, add a plus b, that is 10 plus 20. Now the output will be the 30. That means a sequence of steps to be followed when you perform an action is called as algorithm. Next we'll see flowchart. Now what is a flowchart? Whatever the algorithm is there, if you represent that in a diagrammatical manner, that we call it as a flowchart. Every flowchart has start and end with the ovals, representation as oval, and to get the numbers we make use of rhombus. Next, rectangle for calculations and printing. Right, now this is a flowchart to accept a number a as 529, b as 256 and sum, and printing the sum and ending. Now this is the difference between flowchart and algorithm. Now next we come back to variable. Now what is mean by a variable? Simple version, variable is nothing but every human being having a name to recognize he is a person or she is a person in the world. Similarly, in the memory allocation of the computer's terminology, we use a variable. That means for each and every allocation of memory is recognized by its name, that is given by the user, that we call it as a variable. So here we see a variable is nothing but a name given to storage area that our programs can manipulate. Each variable in C has specific type. Now what is the type of variable? We'll see in the next slide. Now which determines the variable's memory. Now how much memory is required for a variable is defined by its specific data type. Now what is data type? We'll see in the next minute. Now when you define a variable, we should follow the rules. What are the rules? Now variable name should not be begin with the underscore or with a capital letter. Variables are case sensitive. That means, for example, if you write capital A, small a, that capital A and small a both are different, treated as variables. Capital A is different, small a is different. No special symbols are allowed other than underscore. Except underscore, we cannot use any special characters like hash, dollar sign, at the rate, percentile and asterisk. So we should not specify a variable as these type of special symbols. Right, now what are the rules? Variable should not begin a letter or a number or with the underscore. Variable name must be begin with the letter or underscore. Variables are case sensitive. Capital A, small a both are different. Now see, here was an example. Now it is starting with letter. It is also starting with letter. Now it is starting with underscore. So this is a valid case. Whereas if you are writing capital V or some number over here, that is invalid. Now we have data types. Data types are nothing but the type of data to be stored in a variable. For example, if I want to add 250 plus 350, Now these are of which type? Integer numbers. So here what the variable contains in the memory, that is defined as a data type. That means type of data, whether it may be characters, whether it may be real numbers, whether it may be integers. The type of data to be stored in a variable, we call it as a data type. In C, we have two types of data types. One is primitive data type, one is derived data type. So again, primitive data types are categorized integer, character, float and double, whereas derived data types are categorized as array, structure, union, enum and pointer. Now integer takes only integer numbers, it's for characters and strings, it's for floating values, it's for extra. That means every integer, character, float have some ranges. So if you want to declare a larger number, then we go for the double. Integer takes 2 bytes of memory, characters takes 1 bytes of memory for single character if it is of string, multiple characters. Float takes 4 bytes of memory, whereas double takes 8 bytes of memory. Now defining a variable. Now I want to define some variables. Examples: integer a is equals to 10. That means here a is a variable which stores the value 10. This 10 is of integer type. Next, float. B is equals to 2.2. Now this 2.2 is a floating value which is of float type, that to be stored in B. Here sorry for the inconvenience of these capital letters. So all letters must be started here are small letters only. Now char S, it can accept only a single character and that will be stored in S. Whereas here char name is equals to 20 means, so this name is a variable which contains characters up to 20. So this is a way of defining of a variable. Next we'll see how to execute the programs in C program. Okay, now here on my desktop I have Turbo C++ for Windows. Now you can download it from the Google also, from Play Store also, you can download it from anywhere. Now download it and save it on your desktop. Now here Turbo C++ is there. You can have Turbo C or you can have Turbo C++. Both the versions can work for C language. Now this Turbo C++ is a software, is a compiler which converts our programs into machine understandable language and machine understandable output to the user understandable format. Just double click on this, a window will be opened. Now this is a place where we are going to write the programs. Now look at here, we have some files menus here. File menu, edit menu, search menu, run menu, compile menu, debug menu, project menu, options menu, windows menu and help menu. Now already some previous programs are there. Now just take a file, click on the file button, take new. So a new page will be opened. Now I want to off screen only we are getting here. If you want to get full screen over here, just press F5 button on your keyboard. Now here is a program we have to write. Now first I want to show you a simple program, that is welcome program. Now what is the first line of the program? It is a documentation section. Now I am specifying specifying program for display of welcome message. Now it's a comment line. In next line what I want to include, hash include stdio.h. It's a preprocessor directive. Now I don't want to declare any global variables, any definition section here. Directly I am writing void main. Now what is mean by void, I'll tell you. Printf welcome to C language, and I am closing this and I am closing this. Now I am closing my program. Simple program, welcome to C language. Now this is the program in high level language. Now why to write void here? Now we are executing C program in C++ compiler. So by default every main function in C++ should be of void type. So if you are executing this program in C, that means in Turbo C compiler, no need to write void. If you are executing this program in C++, Turbo C++ editor, we should write void here. Now what is the next step after writing your program? Now first save the program. File, click on save. Now here the path is already specified, C: turbo C3 I blank bin blank, right, oblique blank. Now here we give a name. I'm giving the program as program1.c. Now .c means it's a program of C. Now you can save this program1 in directly C also, no problem. Wherever you want to store, you can store it. Program1.c, just click on OK. Now the program is, you have written the program, you have saved the program. The next thing is what? This program is in which language? High level language. Now it has to be checked by the compiler whether it consisting of any problems or structure is there or not. First we have to compile it so that it should be converted to mission understandable language. Now select compile. Now click on the compile. Now here you are getting press any key, success. Now your structure of the program is right. The syntax is which you have specifying is right. Now here check out once, lines compiled is 313, but is our program consist of 313 lines? No. So this 313 lines comes from the stdio.h. Now these are the pre-processor directive, the program before only they are processed. So this printf definition will be available in this. So the respected details of the printf of stdio.h also to be compiled along with our program. Now success, press any key, I'm pressing enter button in my keyboard. Now what we done now? Our program is converted to machine level language by the compiler. Now what is the next thing? You should get the output. To get your output, we have to convert again compiler machine understandable language to human understandable language. So for that we have a option called run your program. Yes, your program is run. Now I want to check output. File, open the file menu. Now click on the .shell. Now you have seen here, welcome to the C language. Now all these are the versions of CPP. No need to worry. In the next programs will clear complete window. Whatever the output is there, that only will be displayed with one function. I'll tell you what is that function. Now come back, exit. Now I want to clear the previous output. Again I am compiling my program. Say compile, success. Again I am running my program, run. I want to see the output, file, .shell. Now here you are getting welcome message 2 times. Now whenever you want to get new program output, previous output should be clear. For that we have a function called clr_scr, clear the screen function. So this function definition will be available in conio.h header file. So hash include conio.h. So this function definition will be available in console input output header file, whereas printf definition will be available in stdio.h. Now again save the file, save, compile, success. Check here, only just we added one line of statement. Previously we got 313 lines, now we got 462 lines. That means the lines of the program of these header files also compiled. Now press enter. Now say run. Do you want to modify this? Yes, we already modified as. Now go file and .shell. Yes, you are getting only one output over here. Now here when you run the program, First we are here writing the program, saving the program, compiling, running, and again checking in DOS shell. Instead of that, as soon as I run my program, I want to get the output. So for that we have a function called get ch. That means get the character. That means output as soon as you run your program. Now we modified the file, save, compile, success. Now run. Now if you click on run button, the output will be displayed directly without going for file and DOS shell. C. Welcome to C language. If you want to go back to your Turbo C, just press enter button. Now you modified the program S. Now this is a sample program in C language and how we executed and how we compiled and executed. Now I want to come back to my original screen, file and quit. Now I showed you a compilation execution in the last video, the demonstration now in this video. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel and share to your friends. Thank you.